I'm Toby, the questionable genius behind the website you're currently looking at. I want to take now a few minutes of your time and talk to you about two things. The first is why I made this website, and the second is what it does. Why I made it can be summed up in two main points. I needed it. I got really great at getting away from books and creating wonderful lessons that engaged my students. We had fun. The students laughed. They looked forward to coming to the English lessons. But I wasn't bringing back the new vocabulary the way I know I should have. And I felt like I was doing my students a disservice because they thought they were getting this great education and I knew there was a gap in it. So, which brings me to the next point. When I realized there was something I needed, I went out to look for it. That seemed logical. I was ready to pay for it. I Googled, I asked around. People said, it's a good idea, I'd use a thing like that. But it was nowhere to be found, and it seemed logical that I moved to the next step of creating something that would do what I thought I needed. So here's what it does. Most importantly, it manages your classroom vocab. And here classroom is important. It doesn't manage vocab by topic. It doesn't manage vocab by level. It simply says, in this lesson, or in this group of students, these words were taught. And that means that if you're teaching an A1 group, and one of them is a surveyor, you can add the word surveyor to it. And it's not a problem, because it's flexible on a classroom level. This was the first thing really important to me. The next thing is it creates structured review. It seems pretty cool to underline the second word. I'll keep up with that. And it creates the structured review in two ways. With worksheets and with activities. The worksheets part seems self-explanatory, but let me tell you, the number of students who have received their worksheets the first time, gone home, done their homework, and come back with a smile on their face, with this, Toby, these were the words that we had in class. This idea that they think I'm taking time to sit down and carefully make a worksheet tailored just for them. So they feel first that I'm investing time in them, and second, they see the connection to what they've learned. The worksheets are genius. It's a weird thing to say about something you made yourself, but yeah. But even though most vocabulary is on two different worksheets, so this week's worksheet and next week's worksheet has the same vocabulary, at some point you have a collection of classroom vocab which has been reviewed on worksheets, and you can use that vocabulary to make activities. You can create a crossword. This is great homework anytime. It's a good classroom activity. It's a good thing to use as extra homework when there's 3 weeks of break in the English lesson for Christmas, and I always pass it out and smile and say, I know you all don't have plans in the next 3 weeks, and it wouldn't be Christmas without homework to do. They laugh, but it's vocabulary they had before, and so it's a great review. In the lesson, you can play a memory, you can play dominoes, which really as a teacher is basically just another way to play memory. You can create a word search. And if you don't mind translation activities, I know that for some people you should never use the native language. There's a vocab puzzle that asks students to translate from German to English and fit the vocab into a puzzle. So, in a nutshell, that's what it does. It fills this gap in at least my teaching lessons where the vocab review was not as good as it could be, and it reinforces vocab review now as one of the strengths in my lessons. They're still fun, we still laugh, we still look forward to the lesson every week, but now there's this extra feeling of I know what I'm learning, and even more, when I made this, the selling point for me was the students think I'm investing more time than I am. I want to kind of trick my students into believing I'm working harder than I am, so they think they're getting their value for money. But that's not the biggest benefit of it for me. For me, the benefit is now, I create this quickly, and I'm freed up to sit down and use my prep time to make really great activities tailored to my students. And that is the secret benefit of all of this. Now is the part where I pass the ball to you and say, sign up, it's free to try. Let me know if you like it, let me know if you don't like it, let me know how it can be made better, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks for your time watching this. Bye.